Good morning, fifth graders. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It was nice to see the boys yesterday, and I'm excited to see our girls this afternoon with our meeting. And Casey, I hope you're having a wonderful birthday morning. Sorry, Dottie decided to shake. And hopefully we'll have a great day here. Okay, for math. Sorry the assignment was funny yesterday. I don't know why it didn't upload the correct slides for you, but you guys have been working with coordinate planes with one quadrant, so you're just working with one part of a bigger piece of the coordinate plane. So you guys have only been working in this section. You guys today are going to be working in all four quadrants because the x-axis and the y-axis actually go on forever. That's what the little arrows mean. So this would go on infinity positive numbers, and then in the opposite direction it goes to infinity negative. And the same thing with the y-axis. And because of that, when they crisscross in this T, it makes four sections, four quadrants. So what you're going to do is to look down here and see if you can find the ordered pair for each emoji. So let's see if we can find this smiley guy. Looks like he's right here. So I am looking at my x-axis first, always looking at the x-axis first. I'm going to see where the yellow guy lines up, and it is on the 4 for the x-axis. And then for the y-axis, it goes with the 2. So my x-coordinate is 4, my y-coordinate is 2. Now I have to find where positive 4 and positive 2 are on the coordinate plane. Here we go. So let's put this guy next to our smiley emoji. And then you guys will be able to fill in the rest. I'll do this laughing, crying guy too, just because then we can practice some negatives. So my x-coordinate, if you look, it's kind of hard to read because this blue guy's on top. But because this is a -2, I know that this is -1. So my smiley, laughing, crying guy, green one, is at -1 for my x-coordinate and then +2 for my y-coordinate. So I need to go find -1, +2. X first, then y. -1, +2 is right here. So I'll put that next to the green crying guy. And you guys can do the rest of the problems for your practice. And it shouldn't take you too long, just kind of plunking in the answers. I do have a Khan Academy video here as well to go over the four quadrants in a more detailed manner if you are interested. There's three sections that you can keep going with more examples and some practice problems for the Khan Academy video too. So that's there for you. For your research report, if you didn't finish finding the research yesterday for your questions, you can continue to finish that up. If you did finish, you can start the next step. We are on slides 12, 13, and 14 today. I really have enjoyed looking at the topics that you guys chose. There's some really interesting ones. So you guys did this yesterday. If you didn't finish, that's okay. You can continue to work on that today. I'm not too concerned about the timeline. I'll just keep checking in. It was just kind of a basic timeline as I started it. But your questions should be here as you research, and then your sources. Your next step is to put all your research into an outline. So I have these blue links, and that tells you that you can click on it and it goes to a website. So for the introduction paragraph, I have a whole resource for you about what every sentence should be for the parts of the paragraph, as well as an example paragraph. So I guess I'll back up a little bit. With all of your information, that's really awesome, but now we want to put it in organization. So I have this outline for you to use for your essay, and you're going to use it. It's exactly like what we did for the persuasive essay. You're just going to be working on making an outline for your research report. So it's just a slightly different setup, but mostly the same. Your first job is to figure out what you want your 3 body paragraphs to be. So looking at your research, do you have a lot of information about 3 main topics that you could write your body paragraphs about? For example, Maybe you researched historical scientists that go with your topic. Maybe you talked about the functions of how your topic works, and then maybe your third one is how you apply it. So let's say I'm talking about gravity, like I said before. So maybe my first body paragraph is all about who helped develop gravity theories, and then my second paragraph is how on earth gravity works, and then my third paragraph would be how do we make gravity work in something specific, like jumping out of an airplane. So I could pick those three topics all about gravity, which is my main topic. You guys have to decide what you want your three main topics to be so that you're ready to go. Now, I know that this is kind of challenging to do online. That's why I have all these links in here. So just starting with your introduction paragraph, you can research here and figure out what your attention getter should be. And I added a link for some more help with attention getters here. But you're going to write your actual attention getter sentence right here. So let's say you want to say something about like a question. Did you know Sir Isaac Newton was involved with gravity theory? Maybe that's my attention getter question. Sorry, Dottie wanted to announce she's laying down. I'm actually going to type that in here. And then I'm going to start my three background sentences of my introduction paragraph. Now, if I'm not sure what a background sentence is, I can go back to this introduction paragraph resource and I can look at this background information as well as check out this example paragraph that I wrote for you. And I do have them highlighted as different colors for the sections. So you're going to be starting your outline today, and I think you also work on it for Monday, if I believe. If you didn't finish research, go ahead and finish that up first, and we'll deal with the outline next. But your first slide is going to be your three body paragraph topics as well as your introduction paragraph. Your next slide has your first body paragraph, and you can click on the link, same as before, and it has the different parts outlined for you as to what they are, and then there's an example paragraph with all the parts highlighted for you to reference. Then your second body paragraph, third body paragraph, and your conclusion. You'll be typing directly into this document so that you have your entire outline of your essay by the time you're done. So that's what you're working on today for writing. Let me delete this before I forget. I put it there. But like I said, if you didn't finish the research, go ahead and work on that first. For reading, you should have the reading activities finished from the Google Slides, and I have one last thing to finish up and you'll be all done with Lesson 24 story. So this story has been told through Rachel's perspective, or her point of view in the story Rachel's Journey. Your job is to write a journal entry of Rachel and the other children who are lost, but using a different character. So you could choose Will, Ma, or Pa, and you're going to be telling the events as if it was their perspective. You can choose, and I'll put this in the directions, choose one of these two prompts. So if you're unsure, like, I don't know if I want to, or if I have a great idea of how to rewrite the story, you can also complete this question. So why would a pioneer traveler record events in a journal? So you could also journal and show your comprehension from Rachel's journey, or Rachel's journal, about this specific question instead of doing the point of view activity on this question. So just type up your answer. It should be something that demonstrates your comprehension of the book, so complete sentences, and I would guess about 4 to 5 would be great to answer this question. I'll put all of that in the written directions as well because I don't think I had that before. So choose one of these two activities to do, and at least 4 to 5 sentences for each one. For science, you can do pages 322 through 326. You don't have to do 323. This is, if I remember correctly, looking at constellations, so looking at how stars change through the seasons, if I remember, right? Maybe I passed it. Yeah. So this is just an analogy getting you into the story or the topic of how stars move as the Earth is revolving around the sun. And this is a page you can skip, 323. And then we're going to be looking a little bit about how through the different seasons, how the constellations shift in the night sky. We kind of talked about or looked at constellations when we did the steam shuttle last fall. So this can be something, if you're interested in space and constellations, to check out how they move in the different seasons. They also are how, before we had the concept of time, the early people of Earth would use the stars and notice that throughout the different seasons, the stars look different, noticing like Orion's belt or the Big Dipper, they can see it in different parts of the sky. And they use that as tell markers for telling time. And so you guys get to do a little bit of research. And you should be able to answer this chart. If it's complicated, don't worry about it. But you should be able to answer this chart, and then you finish with 326. So that's your science for today. For social studies, we're working on the Louisiana Purchase. And I put a whole bunch of resources here for you. There's a list of questions here. I have a video, another video, and a PDF, and then also a virtual field trip. All 5 of these have information to answer these questions about the Louisiana Purchase. Sorry, Lincoln's waking up here. And your directions are to answer the even questions for your social studies today. So to practice or to learn a little bit about Lewis and Clark, Sacagawea, and the Louisiana Purchase with President Thomas Jefferson. Adjectives is still not working, so go ahead and skip that. And religion, I found a kind of fun project for you to complete. So this assignment has 4 Bible verses that you can check out. And I have them here that I believe you can click for them to read them to you. Maybe not. So it's Matthew 28, so it's 15 verses, so 1 through 15 stops there. It's not too long for you to check it out. But these are different scriptures about Easter, and what you're going to do is to pretend that you're interviewing one of these characters from the Bible based on what the stories have in the gospel. So you can first read, and if you pick, so let's say that I'm reading Matthew, and I would like to tell the story from one of his disciples that's in this section of the Bible, or this chapter of the Bible. I don't have to read the rest of the 4 because I have this resource already. I can also tell it from Mary or Mary Magdalene's perspective, pretending like I'm interviewing them because it mentions them in this reading. So if you choose one reading and you choose a character from, or a person from that chapter of the Bible, you don't have to read the rest of them so that you can focus straight to your activity. But just kind of think about it, how you would create some questions and how do you think that they would answer. So maybe you provide a little bit of your background first with 3 sentences, like first I'm talking about Pontius Pilate. Who was Pontius Pilate in terms of the story of Jesus? And then I'm going to develop some questions and then answer it as if I am that person. The links for the readings are also right here too, if you want to just click here instead of in the actual document. And then you have spelling if you didn't finish up to do the last of the activities. I really did like your art projects yesterday. I've got them all over here on my screen. I'm attempting to put them into like a little slideshow to share with Miss Kulig for Facebook because they all turned out really beautifully. So thank you for your hard work, and I really appreciate all of you who are working hard, and don't hesitate to ask any questions. I'll be around my email most of the day. And ladies, I will see you at 1 o'clock. And Casey, one last time, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you all soon. Goodbye.